Today it's Thursday, February 19, 2026. E63. Yeah, E63, right. The guys, they have removed the engine, they put back the cross member and the covers, alright? And transmission over there. The engine. It's here. We have some parts here. We're supposed to have the supercharger here inside. Yes, alright. This is different, this is from different engine. This doesn't have to be here, actually. Alright, I see they have removed the oil filter housing. Yeah, but I need the oil filter housing, I don't want to touch anywhere. Never mind, I'm gonna wash all these things with one way or the other, right? You see power steering pump, AC compressor, alternator down over there. This, like I said, doesn't belong to this engine. They have removed the flex plate. Fine. They open the covers. Alright, nice, nice. So, continue today. Stripping it, taking it apart. We have the wiring harness there. The oil cut scan over there. This, yes, this belongs to this engine. The water pump, the bracket here for the pulley for the supercharger, and this is the neck, the bracket that has front. Thermostat, tensioner, this pulley, it's also to this engine, and the valve for the heater core back. Alright, so let's make it, this doesn't belong to this, obviously, because it has a supercharger. Also the fuel rail, I don't think so belongs to this engine. I need to ask the guys. Let's make some space here, put the wiring harness in a box, because this Derek, he has to take care of the wiring harness. He's the one who's cleaning it, preparing it, checking the wiring harness to see that everything okay. And then start taking it apart. Yep. Let's start working. Here we have plenty of oil on the intake. Wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. Before I remove the cylinder heads, all the ports are oily. All the exhaust ports are oily. Let me take the supercharger outside of the box, just in case. It's never too late. I don't want to open an engine if I don't have to, if there is no reason to take it apart. Alright, makes sense? What can I do? I can put also some petrol into the cylinder. I don't remember, it was the number 5 cylinder, I think. I can put some petrol and see if it's gonna disappear, if it passed down, to determine if it's the piston. I can make a pressure test, leak down test to see if it's leaking down. Let's take out also the supercharger, just in case. You're gonna tell me it might be blow by that it filled up. That's one way. Yeah. Alright. Let's make a couple of tests before I take it apart. Like I said, for me it's easy to strip it off. I don't want to do it if there's no reason. Alright? Let's start. There is nothing to see here because I put the petrol inside, and as soon as I put the petrol inside, it didn't stay at all inside. It drained down to the crankcase, direct. I mean, I was putting petrol, now it disappeared completely. Oops, yeah. Alright. No need to waste more time, need to open it. The only petrol now what has the piston, the cylinder inside, it's only on top of the piston, and that's it. Yep. What's the effect? Nice, huh? Oh boy, and the guys that didn't drain the oil. Amazing stuff. Lovely. Excellent. Why not? Story of my life. Story of my life. Lovely. Okay. Let's continue. Let's take it apart. By the way, nobody touched this engine before. I mean, even the caps here, nobody touched the camshafts. I remember when he brought the Omar from the used parts. I check the camshafts, I check everything, I check also the number. Here you see that's 94, and it's correct, 94, 94, 94, and so on. And the same thing also here. And from this side we have 73, 73, 73, and we see the same number also here, 73. This is before 2010, that's why it's not saying E for intake and Alpha Aus for exhaust. Alright. Needs to take it apart. And you see this is the number 5 cylinder, this is number 6, 7 and 8, and this from the bank 1. All the cylinders looks identical except of the number 5 that's clean. It's clean because of the oil consumption, obviously. It's washing everything. Alright, enough talking. Okay, look. Why, it's 101. I'm opening the engine. Drain the oil. Don't keep the oil in. Right? Yeah. Story of my life. Let me open also the plug here, the drain plug for the coolant. At least I make a mess. Right, yeah, let's continue making a mess. Camera inside the container here, no need. I use this funnel, all right, I put it here and I was dumping inside. Yeah, amazing, yay. Okay, now the bolts are nice and clean as supposed to be. Like I said, from the factory, nobody touched it. Some basic tools, timing tools to check that some timing. This is for my curiosity, to see that it didn't slide the cam adjuster related to the camshaft. The puller, the holder for the damper pulley, 27mm with a big wrench to lose the damper pulley bolt. Nice. Now, one advice, no, it's not advice, sorry, me what I'm doing. When I'm start opening an engine for a specific reason, all right, I can stop opening the engine if I see that, you know what I'm trying to do, it's wrong. If what I have in my mind, it's a mistake. As an example, if I see that all of the pistons, all the cylinders, all the combustion chambers, all the spark plugs, there was clean like the number 5 and has oil consumption, all the cylinders, and it was wet, I might start looking at the supercharger, the PCV, the oil cut scan to see if it's full. But the guys that check it was not full at all, the oil cut scan. It had some oil, but it was not full, all right? Just in case, to don't end up opening the engine for no reason. Yes, the garage, as a company, as a garage, we're gonna make more money if we open the engine, but that's not the point. That's the thing, don't miss the point. When you're a professional, when you want to call yourself a professional to do the right job, I'm not saying specialist. I never said that I am a specialist. I never claimed that. I'm just saying that I'm doing my job as better as possible. Like a professional, and that's it. All right. Some people they're calling themselves professionals. You know, me, I cannot call myself specialist. Some people they're calling themselves specialist. I cannot call myself specialist. I'm just trying to do my job as best as possible, and that's it. Now, if I see that, you know what, yeah, it makes sense to open the engine. As soon as I put petrol inside and I see that the petrol disappears within a second, not even a second, it's in a blink of an eye, it's going down to the crankcase, that means I have a problem with the cylinder number 5, piston number 5 to be specific. And even when I make upright the engine, you can see that it's draining everything down. It's not staying fuel at all inside the cylinder. All right. You have also this spark plug, so I can continue, I can move on. The last thing what I want is to take apart something for no reason and to charge the customer for something that no need to be done. All right? I know for some people, they don't get it. You know, I had the friends, especially this week, they came, the previous week, the last week, they came 2 cars, they replace parts that no need to be replaced, they charge the customers for parts that no need to be changed, all right? There are some people that they're dealing with that. They're happy with that, you know? But it's not all about that. It's about doing the job, do whatever, do what you have to do, not unnecessary things. That's my advice. That's my opinion, not advice, my opinion. Enough talking. Let's take it apart to see what are we gonna see. Here we go. Cylinder head bang 2 out, all right? Number 5 cylinder here, number 5 piston. And we don't see something on top of the piston. You don't see anything suspicious, all right? Now, cylinder head, combustion chamber for the number 5 cylinder. It's being washed from the oil. That's why you see it does have that much carbon like the rest, 101. Now, because at 40 degrees, it's at 40 degrees because I had to remove the camshafts, it was slightly off timing, not something crazy. I'm gonna say within a 1 degree, plus minus, it's almost fit the bridge perfectly. It's within a tolerance. The ECU can accept that. This will gonna end up inside of the engine room, all right? Before I do anything else, before I continue, see, first it was the spark plug, all right? That's been cleaned and it's full of oil. Then second, I put the camera, all right? I put the camera inside and I saw the oil. Now it looks clean because I passed some petrol before I open it and it drained down. Now, what I would like to do, I will gonna continue 99%, but I want to put the piston at bottom dead center and put some fuel inside to see the rate of leak. It's supposed to be as, since I'm gonna put it, it's gonna disappear. We will gonna see together on the video. And I wanna see also the cylinder wall, just in case. Alright, cylinder number 5, bottom dead center, approximately. Alright, now, if we check the cylinder all around, we're supposed to see, whoop, there you go. There you go, you see this line here? This is supposed to don't be here. This line is supposed to don't be there. Now I'm trying to look the piston ring. This is not right. This is supposed to don't have any line. I mean, if you watch all the other cylinders, you see that you're not gonna have, you're gonna tell me it's not at bottom dead center. Yeah, let's make one test. All right, let's put on number 6 here. All right, let's put on number 5. You can hear it, that's leaking down. What's this? You can hear it, that's leaking direct down. Something is wrong with the piston here. Not necessarily the piston rings, but definitely there is a problem with the piston. Yep, you see, I put first fuel here and less amount than here, because this is not at bottom dead center. You see how much fast drink it? And you can hear that's passing through. Alright, another one confirmation that needs to take apart the engine, unfortunately. I wish to be wrong, you know, and you know, if I was wrong at this point, we're not charging the customer for our mistakes. If I make, let us say, any mistake and I open the engine for no reason, I have to pay for the head gasket, I have to pay for bolts. By the way, the bolts were the old ones. Take a look how it looks like. Oh boy. Yeah, but it's not mixing up coolant with oil. It looks a little bit disaster. It's not galvanized, or zinc coated, galvanized, or what? I think it's galvanized. Not the misfire. Dang it, early morning. The new part number is galvanized, the old part number is not. And they have a weak spot here up because there are no materials. And some people, they are building engines and they're using the old part number bolts. Now, what we see here at 6 o'clock, we see that staying some petrol. That means the leak, it's on the upper half. I'm gonna guess that's from there. Where is the line? Yeah, but like I said, it doesn't matter. Let's continue taking it apart. Alright. Cylinder heads will gonna stay here because I have to prepare them. I cannot put them inside the engine room like that. This, let's close it. Play safe. Alright. Now need the fumes. Alright. And evacuate, remove, empty also this. Put these parts inside. And let's continue taking it apart. Also I need the timing chain, the guides, the oil pump, like another time. Goes to this table and then inside of the engine room. I don't want to contaminate none of these things. It's not smart. Yeah, let's move on. Oh boy. This is a different video. 2JZ, GTE, yay, isn't that amazing? Alright, I went back inside the engine room to grab the phone, to make a video here, engine upside down, cylinder head bank 1 out, that's a bank 2 there up. I open the rear cover of the oil pan, alright, and this is the front one. I haven't taken it out yet, I just remove all the bolts, I crack it open to be ready and I can lift it up now. I'm happy for 3 reasons, 3 things. First, I'm not opening the engine for no reason. This is my biggest, I'm afraid, much more than anything. Wasting time and money, you know, opening something when no need. So I'm happy because there is a reason why I'm opening it. Second, I'm happy because it didn't disintegrate completely the piston to leave the connecting rod alone and destroy the block. Because at that point, you know, if explode completely the piston, one cylinder head, engine block, and some other stuff, it's gonna be for scrap. It's not now. So we are happy. Alright? Then, third, as soon as I open the oil pan, see what I see. This is the cover of the rear, the rear cover of the oil pan. Yeah, that's the right one. See what I see down here? This is from the oil control ring. This is a piece of the ring from the oil control ring. Alright? So that means, as soon as I open that, we should see materials from the piston here. Okay, 1 second, because these are the bolts for this. I stay there. We see here, I haven't touched nothing by the way, more here. We see the oil control ring here. So we are talking about piston explosion. But fortunately, it held together. It failed safe. Now we have more here inside. Alright, it's bad news, but it's good bad news. Because like I said, you have seen that how many times? The people who's working on the M556, especially with a hydrolock, if it hydrolock the engine because of a fuel injector, or because somebody's stupid and is passing through the flooded street, that's a different story, yeah? Alright, this is the best case scenario. Why? Like I said, because we have a healthy cylinder head, 99% should be beautiful, alright? And the engine block, it's in one piece, it's not in pieces. That's amazing. It could be way much worse than this. It might be only one cylinder head healthy and nothing else. This is good. Now, I'm continuing on taking it apart until I reach on the number 5 cylinder to see that again, because I cannot make video. I mean, I'm washing my hands, I'm going, grab the phone, making video. You see my problem, right? And once again, this is for the owner, for the customer. Alright, that he is lucky. If you're asking me, he is lucky. He's lucky. Good news. Good bad news. Yeah. Let's move on. Let's continue. makes me wondering, you know, should we swap with 2JZ on the 204? It's gonna be funny, right? And let's put again for charge the phone. Here I have another M156 that I'm building currently. I'm not building currently because I'm opening the other M156 currently, and I have the pistons here and the connecting there. I have the main bearings that I don't have them all. That's a different story. And I have another M156 there. Yeah, the cylinder heads there. I have prepared the other cylinder heads. Plenty of M156. Now, the one that I'm opening currently, I'm gonna place it here. What I have down there, I don't know. Yeah, at these 2 points that they're empty. This is from Bahrain, I think. This from Bahrain. These are the old parts from this engine block, and it's been made. The other one, it goes for Nicasil or sleeves. Nicasil, I don't know what they did, because okay, there are numbers here that obviously I'm not removing these numbers because these numbers identify the block. All right, that's why I need these numbers and the counters. But you know what's the thing? Yeah, this is different than 156. This is the one that we bought for us. That I get the cylinder heads for this, for the white E63, for the 204. That's this one, and this is from Bahrain. All right, and I haven't put any sticker there. I'm done. And the 2 extra covers down there, it's from our engine, because one cover has a crack, and I'm planning to give to the customer the cover that doesn't have a crack at the end. And this one, it's for the other engine that goes for a Nicasil. Lovely. And there, what I have? I have no clue what I have there. It might be M157, might be M177. Who knows? I'm gonna put some stickers to don't F up everything here. Yeah, makes sense. Let me put the, by the way, I have prepared the cylinder heads, but I don't think so that I put it on the video. I have lapped the valves, but this different video, you're gonna tell me why I'm putting it on this video. Why I'm dumb. Yeah, putting the phone for charge and going outside to continue. I need also I'll show you what I need. I need also the 2 brackets with me to hold the crankshaft in place so don't fall off. All right, let's see, where am I? I opened the bottom case here. Yeah, it's the second time that I almost fell down, but no worries, all good. Well, it doesn't matter the bearings, I'm gonna put the new bearings, all right? What matters, you see these marks over here? These are the marks from the piston. See the piece of the piston that I found? All right, and here the counterweight on the crankshaft that's been cleaned, it's been washed, doesn't have oil on it. It's because I passed petrol, and as it's passing the petrol down, it washed the counterweight. We see some signs here and here. We see the cooling jet down over there that get hurt. The piston is at bottom dead center because I make it at bottom dead center earlier on the number 5 here. All right. You see also the line that I showed you earlier. There, I'm talking about. I'm not gonna fix this block. I'm gonna fix the other block, probably. Let me remove. No, before I move it, I didn't brought also the caps. I keep them inside the lens room. I have a reason why. Let me remove all the number 5. That's where I want to be what I want to check actually. Yeah. Hold the phone there, please. Don't touch the camera. Yeah. All right. There you go. Also the piston rings. What did I say? That the piston rings should be broken and the piston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the second control ring, the compression ring, sorry, the scraper. This is the oil control ring. Come here on the table. Yeah, as expected. It's not, it's sensitive on the pre-ignition detonations, the OEM pistons. They are sensitive. Here, that means there are more parts inside of the engine. It's not only that. Okay. So, I'll do this. 1 second. Stop. Alright, so good thing that it failed with the way how it failed and didn't destroy the block, like I said. 101. Alright. Now, they need to measure the cylinder, the crankshaft. It should be fine, but I'm gonna send the machine shop to check the crankshaft. Alright. Yeah, this we're gonna put a new one because you see the signs. Alright. So, you know what I need from this engine? The cylinder heads only. To build the other block. And that's it. Let's see. Let's talk to the owner. Alright. So the aftermarket pistons, they're forgiving you. It's not so sensitive on the pre-ignition detonations. It cannot crack. It can melt, but it's not gonna crack. And surprising, like I said, it's a good thing that it didn't came apart. It held together. That's a good one. That's a good news. Yep. All right, that's it. That's one part. Here I have the hydraulic lifters. I put in a rag in a nylon to don't be contaminated. All this goes inside the engine room, not necessarily the piston and the piston rings and the shrapnels. And need to find also the remaining parts. Where it went? Is it inside the oil pump or what? It's stuck. Nothing here. Yeah, it fell down and I didn't saw it. It fell. I see piston ring here and I see. All right. That's it for now. For any news, I'm gonna make another video. You're gonna see. See the boost inside. Yeah. Yep. And has oil on it, and I can feel the movement, the play. Yep. Forget this gear. Obviously, need to put a new one. Even you see that has the rubber on it, but doesn't matter. The boost inside is gone. The boost has much more wear than the pin. The pin has also wear, but the boost, like I said, has much more. All right, standing by to see how we're gonna proceed with that. Thank you. Over and out. Put something for the end because I forget it. I know that I finished the video. Never mind. You get used to it. It's only 7,000 or 8,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. If the car was running, let us say 50, 60,000 kilometers with the same tune, I'm gonna tell you that, you know what, maybe it's a fuel injector, maybe something different, maybe the moon and the sun and the Mars or whatever. But 7,000, 8,000 kilometers, for me at least, my opinion, I don't have a proof, I didn't log the car, I don't know the tune or whatever, I'm gonna blame the tune. But that's me. This does mean, this does mean that I'm right. Yeah. I mean, 7,000, 8,000 kilometers, okay, you get away once, I'm saying that all the time. You get away once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, there will gonna be a time that they're not gonna forgive you these pistons, cast pistons. All right, that's my opinion. And again, if you keep the same tune with aftermarket pistons, you might not have a cracked piston, but you might have a melt piston. This is different story. All right. Fine, that's it. Now that's the end. Thank you.